not going to help us. Yeah? We like our questions be answered. So we can have one civil meeting. We don't need to be ugly. Yeah? And so on top of that, I want us to just reflect, just a reflection, yeah? To all the past lava flows, and I know you guys probably tired hearing me say the lava flows of the past, but I just want to remind everybody, back then, we never have these agencies that we have today, helping us in a way that is so amazing. They may not have all the answers, but at least they're trying. And we got to give them that. There are a lot of things. So back in the day, they weren't present. It was us, the community, that took care of each other. And then when they could and pulled the resources that they had, they were there for us. Today, they're here from the very beginning. And we have each other. You know, I want to mahalo Ikaika and all the people. And again, you know, we see Ikaika in the front. And Ikaika going to agree with me. He don't like be the face of the community, but somebody gotta. But there are a lot of people in the back that makes it all happen. And we gotta mahalo all those people in the back that's bringing the food, bringing the donations, contributing. And it's us. It's people. Not agencies, it's us, the community. So the last meeting, we had Brother Neil, we asked him about paving Va'ava'a. Right on, that's good and fine. But please don't let it happen like Kalapana. They paved the road, but everybody speed on that road for Gosida Lava. Just a quarter mile, they're going 50, 60 miles an hour. So if we the people got a malama, that's our responsibility. They're helping us. They're going to pave Va'ava'a, no make them one freeway. That's all I'm saying, right? Because we the residents need that road every single day. So if we're going to bust them up, that's on us. If we bust them up, we should fix them, right? Okay, so I get everybody in agreement. We got to makala, we got to take care of each other. And we got to scold each other too. That's our responsibility. Okay? So let's all pull and ask Kahu for guidance. E pule kako. E Yehovah e ko mako akua. Ke mahalo aku nei mako ia oe no ko aloha me ko loko mai kai. Heavenly Father, I call upon you and I invite you to be a part of our community, to be in every aspect of what we do, the planning, the guidance. We ask that you put love, aloha, compassion in our hearts. We thank you for the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us, allowing us to get back into our homes, to remove whatever we can. You have opened that for us, along with the help of many community members. We thank you for the people who are not a part of the community that are contributing to all of us. We still need help for those that lost their homes. We ask that you comfort them. We ask that you help and open up the way that they may be able to rebuild, that they may be able to be pa'a with their families. We ask that those that are still in need, you open the way. Bring those necessary people to their aid to help them. We ask that you give knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to all the different officials that are helping our community. But we ask that you redirect the lava flow away from the community, away from the families. You are the creator of the heavens and the earth and everything in it. And we are so honored to still be in your grace, to see you create, and to remind us of your presence. We ask that you allow us to live in harmony, to give us understanding. And those of us who have lived through all of this, we ask that you also give us patience and understanding. For those that are new to our islands, help them to, get together with the kama'aina, that we can share mana'o, positive, mana, ike, knowledge. And so I ask that you guide us in our meeting tonight and just be with each and every one of us and continue to bless those who are blessing us. Return tenfold, and also just help us every day in all the things that we do. Forgive us of our shortcomings, especially when the heated moment happens and we exchange words that are not kind and pono. We ask that you forgive us, that we can ho'oponopono to make things right again, so that we are in your favor and in the favor of our environment, nature, and everything that is about this beautiful island of Hawaii and this moku of Puna. I ask all of this in your name. Makai no kamakua ke keike a me ka ohane he molene. Mai ke au kumole a hiki ke au pau ole. Amen. Mahalo.
Thank you. Okay. We're going to have you go. Tommy, you want to go first? Okay.
So good evening. I was before you guys last Friday. I guess my worst fears have come to fruition, and we're here to present to you all different departments that are working for you guys, try to give you some relief information as to what we're doing. And we'll start with the program. Sorry for the delay, but we'll get underway here so that we're not delaying you guys anymore. So to start us off, I'm going to have Mayor Kim give us a few words.
Thank you for that. A little bit of sadness is not for you and what's happening. It's because of memories of the Kahu. We go way back. Mama and Papa Kahu was so very special, warm people on this earth. In regards to what is happening, I do know that some of the policies I established from the beginning irritated a lot of you. I'm not going to make excuses for it. I'm just going to explain where we are today. Okay, sorry. Got you. Is that okay? More? Oh my goodness. I'll try. When this all started about a week or so ago, everything was uncertain. We worked every day with the geologists from Hawaii Volcano Observatory, with the best information they had to guide us so we could do our job to protect you as best as we can. I think you know U.S. people went through one of the most unusual, scariest week in Pune. The only time I can remember similar is I was a young man or a young kid in the 50s. Yeah, I'm that old. Well, I think in a 3-year period, we had 4 6-0 earthquakes. So you can imagine what it was like then. And now in hindsight, we saw there was a buildup of change after 300-400 years of quiet of Lower Puna, where Pohiki, Kapoho, and those areas were impacted from 55 on. And the geologist said to me at the time, I'm spending in the wrong place or something. That, there's a possibility that I grew up in a time where Halimau Mao was killer whale. There must be somebody just as old as I am, remember that. You don't. We used to call it a drive-in volcano, right? Great for the tourists, great for sell hot dogs and soda. And Pele decides to come to the lower side. The first few days, I promise you the entire mission of everybody in the Civil Defense Office was only one. We have to make all decisions as best as we can for the protection of the people, which are you, that are going to be affected. I know the consequence of a decision to say everybody out. I know what the Cavaliers would have told me, which they did. But you have to do that because we do not know what's going to happen. Even to this point, we still don't know, but at least it's a little more stable. And so I inconvenienced all of you by saying out and stay out until we can stabilize and see what's going on.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you for that. So whether you accept, what we did, and I know many of you do not, and I don't blame you, you have to accept this. Every decision was made for what we thought was best for your safety. And that continues. I'm not embarrassed to say, I'm not a very social person, but I think the people in my cabinet and all the responders that were at the EOC, I told them I said my daily prayer to Pele. And of this, I said, in your mission of this area, of creation, know that these are beautiful people. They care of this land and they take care of this land. In your mission, find it in your way to be as gentle as possible to these beautiful people. And that's what I said to all the responders. I ask you to believe that that's what I do. We will continue to make all the decisions with only one mission in mind, and they will take anybody aside, and they will tell you that they were told that. There's only one mission. Every decision, every behavior is that of your protection. The policies are not made for our convenience. We're not Florida, California, Texas, Michigan, Louisiana, New Orleans. Every decision we make is to keep you safe and go through this very bad time as best as possible. We commit that to you. Right now, the geologists will say what is happening. You can see it's still unstable. Pele has given the grace of quiet for the day. At this very moment, might be wrong 5 minutes from now, but there's no volcanic activity. And as far as I know, I don't feel any shaking. But we don't know what tomorrow will bring. All I can promise you is that Jim or somebody from HVO is with us all the time at the Civil Defense Office to make sure we have updated. Now, several of the comments to me was, can you do a better job or more of a job to keep us informed? And we will try and keep improving that. And that's what all these maps are at the shelter and different places. And we'll get better. It's just give me the time to get us better. The gentleman standing behind me is, as you know, Governor Ige. I didn't ask him to come. I didn't ask him to do something that all my years in government, I've never seen it done, to take on his own lead to contact the federal government. Because right now we don't qualify by their standards, but at least I sought them out. Why? Because they have a numbers game. They're going to eliminate how many is by insurance and not covered by insurance and all those kind of things, and it's good. But he has already made contact with them, he'll explain. And I told him about that insurance concerns. He promised to follow up on it, and I hope he gives us an update. The only thing I have against him is he's wearing better jeans than me. You think I'm kidding? First thing he sees me, he goes, "You all dressed up." Well, that's a governor for you. I know this is going to be a good meeting. You know why? As soon as I walk in, this beautiful lady gives me a candy bar. How can you beat that? The news for today, truthfully, is kind of on the positive side of the eruption. The news today, I think, is good in regards to water department is trying to do it, and I'll let them do all this update. I need you to know how grateful I am for this man for being here. I didn't ask him to take the head start and get the FEMA people, so in case it does become very bad, all the preliminary work is done. Look at Kauai, what they went through a couple of weeks ago. You know, we were ahead of them on that level. The National Guard, I didn't ask them. They came on his instructions. I want you to know I truly appreciate this guy. Governor?
Aloha. I just wanted to start by saying I'm disappointed that I didn't get a Snickers bar. So where did that come from? You know, I did ask Harry, I wanted to be here at this next meeting so I have an opportunity to meet and be available to any and all of you. Harry was right. You know, when the first fissure, when that first plume went up and the first few fissures showed up in the middle of Leilani Estate subdivision, I did activate the guard. You know, I thought it was very important that we get boots on the ground, that we were prepared to support the county in whatever they needed. And certainly, I think as the next few days unfolded, it was very clear that it was the right decision. You know, we will have 75 guards people here to support what the mayor and the first responders are doing here. As you know, this was a very different event because the fissures in the middle of the subdivision meant that the residents would be exposed to many gases that can be dangerous, that was not experienced in the previous eruptions. You know, I actually was in Pahoa at the last lava flow, and so certainly I had experienced that flow and was here when we evacuated that shopping center when it looked like the lava would move into that. And certainly I understood what happens when Madam Pele decides that she wants to be restless. So I was proactive. As the mayor had said, I called FEMA right away to let them know that we anticipate having an event that we would want their support in. And then most importantly, I called the White House to let them know that once again, this is a different, I had to explain it's a different event. Hanalei and the rainfall that occurred a couple weeks ago was a different event, and that this new eruption would entail and could entail danger to our community, that I felt was very important that we assure that the state, federal, and county assets would be available to keep all of you safe. And as Harriet said, that has always been the focus from the very beginning, making sure that we could keep you safe, that we would have the personnel and the resources necessary to help with evacuating people if necessary. Most importantly, so that we could support the county efforts. So I'm here tonight to be available and to listen. As the mayor had said, we are investigating the insurance issues. I know that some of you had questions about your insurance policy. So you definitely want to contact your insurance agent and ask if you have coverage for fire. Don't ask him about lava. Ask whether you have coverage for fire. Because as long as you have coverage for fire, we believe that you should get some return for your insurance. So with that, I'm going to turn it over, and I'll be available as the evening progresses. I just wanted to tell you that as I've traveled, I was actually here in Pahoa when the 6.9 earthquake hit. And definitely that was the largest earthquake I ever personally experienced. And it seemed to go on and on and on forever. So I do understand what you're thinking and what the concerns that many of you have shared with me. And I'm really here so that I can understand more of the concerns and issues that you have. So thank you all for being here.
There you go, man. Make sure you guys don't get any feedback from me. Anyway, I'll be fast. I got a pretty lengthy script, so I'll be fast so the other speakers can. So I wanted to go over the evacuation status. Should have brought my sunglasses. So as far as Lani Puna, reevaluating that site as far as air quality, if there's any dangers in that area, and we'll have word to you folks, should be tomorrow as far as returning to there for your re-evacuation process. Leilani, you guys know last 2 days, conditions permitting, the access has been going on from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. I think you guys started the process. We're trying to create a little bit easier access for you guys to get in. So there's a lot of folks here, but start to sign up, taking you guys information, issuing placards. You can just have that in your windshield, and then you can just get waved through. We're going to require that you give your or show your identification. You're going to need the vehicle that you're going to be using. That placard is going to be attached to that vehicle, so it needs your license plate number on that vehicle, and then a contact phone number and your address in Leilani. This is only for Leilani Estates subdivision residents. We're trying to keep the subdivision intact, safe for you guys, so nothing else is going on while you're dealing with what's going on here. Key thing when you guys are in there is you got to be aware, still a dynamic situation. Even though the mayor says it's kind of quiet now, each of the vents is still steaming. We had 2 vents open up kind of in the area off Malama, in the area of Kumakahi, outside the subdivision. And they were pretty active today. Fortunately, nothing within the subdivision, so that was good. But there's still plenty of magma under the ground. Seismicity is still up. We got more cracking on 130. That's why 130 is shut down between Malama and Kamaili Road. So we're not done with this yet. So what I'm trying to say is, if you guys are in there, and officials that are in there say to get out, we issued an alert yesterday. We feared some people were stuck in that southeast corner. Whoever you guys were, you found out that you could get out through Pohiki Road. But this is a stressful time. So definitely going in there, stay alert, make sure you're watching what's going on, listen to the officials that are in there, and if things get dicey, you need to get out. So you guys have heard already that we with the declaration, the enhancement for any penalties to looting, that's not going to be accepted at all. So down the line from the mayor, everybody is aware that that's going to happen. We don't want you guys to be further bothered, impacted by anything. The lava is enough. So also for those placards, we've got an information center set up. It started today. The word really wasn't out, but information center at the Sacred Hearts Hall, and we'll always have continuous sign up for those placards. So if you don't make it tonight, you got some time, because I suspect there might be a long line after this meeting for those placards, but you can sign up also at the hall from tomorrow on. The hall is going to be open from 9 to 3 every day. As I said, we're not out of the woods yet, and we're starting to see, like I said, the 2 vents open outside the community. So what that means is we're starting to look at other communities. Right now, no other communities are threatened, but as the vents open up, move around, we're going to have to address that. So we're planning accordingly. We'll make information available. And what I'm getting at is, if you live in the surrounding community, our messages before the vents open up were to be prepared for evacuation. This could come at any time. We're working closely with USGS, Hawaiian Volcanoes Observatory, to know where things are moving. We'll try to get that information to the specific communities. So what I need you guys to do is continuously listen to our messages, make sure you're receiving our messages, and we'll be in the community, trying to get that information to you guys. So also at that information center, some of the groups that are going to be there with us, the County of Hawaii Office of Aging, Neighborhood Place of Puna, Child and Family Services, Food Basket, Bodacious Women, Catholic Charities, Hope Services Hawaii, Big Island Substance Abuse Council, and some of our other county departments. And we'll have staff around and other information people to help you out.